David, tell everybody who you are and tell everybody your background, please.
Okay, and my name is David Fravor. I served 24 years in the military, enlisted Marine for a couple years. They sent me to the Naval Academy. Then I flew for 18 years for the Navy. Literally flew A6s, Hornets, and then Super Hornets. Had every qualification you could get in the airplane. Everything, even the stuff they're not doing anymore. So I had NVG, high, low, went to Top Gun. And at the time of the incident that we're going to talk about, I was a commanding officer of VFA 41, the Black Aces. So the Marines take off first, and they start heading to the south. Now, we have no idea that for 2 weeks, the 2 weeks we've been at sea, they've been tracking these things coming out of the sky. And when I talked to the Princeton controller, he's like up to about a dozen of them. They would come down from above 80,000 feet. They'd drop down to about 20,000 feet. They'd hang out, and then they'd go straight back up after about 3 or 4 hours.
Now, when you say they've been tracking them, who specifically?
This is the USS. The Princeton was tracking them. They saw them on the Nimitz radar, and the E-2 could see them. You know, that radar's on all the time. And the Spy 1 system on an Aegis cruiser is, you know, the state-of-the-art. It's probably one of the most sophisticated systems in the world at all.
So they observed these things, and they never bothered telling any of you guys?
That's correct.
So they just knew that these things had been visiting this area?
Yes.
But they just allowed this training exercise to take place anyway.
Yeah, talking to them, for the 2 weeks they would show up, but it was when we weren't flying.